In today's lesson, we're going to see how to create a login button. If I double click this document, instead of just opening directory, a login happens to pop up. If I put random password, username and password, it's not going to log in. It will tell me to contact the owner. And if I enter the right information, it will tell me logged in successfully, and it will open the document. This can help to safeguard your document against use by other people. This is exactly what we're going to be building. We will be using Excel and Visual Basics. Whenever many people hear Visual Basics, they normally shy away or just close the whole video, but I promise you this will be a very short and very comprehensive video. So to get started with, I'm going to open a new document. And then when you create a new document, the very first thing you want to do is to come to developer, and right across, if you don't see developer, what you're supposed to do is to right click and then customize the ribbon. Once you customize the ribbon, it's going to take you to this customized ribbon exactly, and you're going to go to this column where you're going to check the developer option. Once you check that, you click OK, and this will take you to the developer tab. Like the developer tab will pop up. After that, we're going to go to the left side and click Visual Basic. On the left side, you'll be having the project browser where you can see the VBA project, which we're going to be using today. And so to get started with, go to the Insert tab and click the user form. Then the user form will pop up. Then if you see around, you'll see the toolbox. And if you don't see the toolbox, you can always search it in the view and click this toolbox, and then it will appear. This is what will be helpful for us to build this user form. So we'll be using the label, the text box, and the command button. And for the labels, we're going to click and then drag it. Then after that, it will pop up with the label. You can right click and go to the properties, and this will allow you to change the various aspect. So we're going to change maybe the label and change it to username, and the name of the label, we can take it to be, we can let it be username. Then after that, we can exit from that. We have different options from here. We can change the back color, which if you just click this drop down, then you go to the palette, you can change how it will look like, and you can customize the way you would like it to be. Even the font, you can change from Tahome and change to the color that maybe you'd like to use. Say that I would like to use maybe like 2 cent. Then you can change the font size. Then after that, you can click OK. This is just an illustration. After that, you can copy this and paste and take it there down. Then you can rename this by right clicking and going to the properties and change this from the caption from username to password. After that, the password to be password. After that, you can now close that. The next thing we're remaining is a text box, which you can click and then we drag it. After that, we can right click just like others. And for this, we're just going to change txt name, and you can close this, or you can change the various aspect just like others. You can copy and paste. After that, align it wherever we want it to be. After that, you can right click, go to the properties and change this from text box 1 to txt. Then you can call it pass. Then after that, you can close this. Then our user form is done. We can save by Control S or file save. We can save as, say we want to save it as doc. Then we're going to save the type to be an Excel macro enabled. Very important. After that, we're going to maybe save it in the Excel where our other document was. Then after that, you can click save. After that is done, our form is done. So we can click run, or we can click this green, which is for run, which is the shortcut is F5. Then as you can see, our form is ready. We can put the username and maybe the password. But now the problem is we can see the password. If someone is just around, they can eavesdrop and see our password. So this is something that we really don't want. So we're going to change this and put like the asterisks, which is like the times where someone cannot see the actual password we are typing. Then on the next thing, we're going to add the login buttons here down for login purposes. So we're going to close this and go back to our login. So we're going to click the password, right click, go to the properties, and then with the properties we're going to go just down and be in the alphabetic, not categorized, alphabetic, and go to where you'll see the password character and change and put which is for the asterisk. Then the next is to put a command button, which is this. Click it and bring it up to that level or whatever level you'd like it to be. Right click, go to properties and change the caption to be log in. Then you can change the different things. Assuming this is not what you want it to be, you can click the palette and maybe change it to be something like this. Then after that you can exit. So if you run it, if you save and run it, you see that we have the username and the password, and then you can log in. But now the login has not been activated, so that's our next. Let's first of all change the appearance of the user form to be just user form with that one, or maybe you can call it logging in form. Then we can exit from that. So the next thing we would like it to be is if someone clicks the document, they cannot be able to access the document until they go to the login form. So first of all, we're going to double click this workbook and change from general and to this workbook, then from open to activate so that it will activate it. Then we are going to remove this open, the private sub workbook open, so that it doesn't open. Then in here, the workbook activate, we are going to set the application to be invisible. So we're going to write application dot visible. Then we're going to set it to false. In that case, it will not open. But instead of opening, we would like it to take us to the user form, which is login form, as you can see from the left side, .show. This is to direct us to the login form. After that, we can save this and now double click the login form. In the login form, we're going to initiate the login so that it will take the username and the password. So we're going to double click the login. In the login form, when someone clicks the login, we would like if txt, which is the username that we entered, which the txt, the name that we entered in the text box for the username, dot text is equals to, assuming we dedicate our username to be admin, and our password, which is txt pass dot text, is equals to let it be pass, the password to be pass, or maybe we can write it to be 123. We say, then as you can see, it's a plain language, so it will not bother you a lot. We can go to the next line or continue, but let's go to the next line. Then we would like a message box saying you have logged in successfully. Then we would like the application to open, which we're going to set it to be true. Then unload me. So the worksheet is going to open. Else, if someone does not enter the password or the username correctly, the two does not match the username and the password that we've stated in this, we want a message box which says contact the owner. You can enter your phone, maybe +2 5 4 7 5 8 1 7 5 6 maybe. Then you can cross that. Then would like to set the username and password blank, set it to be blank. So we're going to say txt name, going to set it to be blank, and the txt pass to be blank. Then after that, we are going to end if. All right, so we're going to save that document, and then we can now run our system. If we type the username, and then we type the password, then we log in. It cannot allow us to open the document. It will tell us to contact the owner with that number. But if we type the username and the password which we put, it's going to log in successfully. If we save this and exit, and say for example we have all this information, say this is the information that we would like to have to revisit, assuming if we save this document the way it is and then close it, if we open it, it will not open directly. It will bring this login form which you have to enter the credentials in order for you to enter. If you enter wrong credentials, it will not log in. Instead, it will tell you to contact the owner. But if you type the password and the username correctly, it is going to open and we can view our document. If you like the video, kindly subscribe and give this video a like, because in the future I'm going to share videos in which you're going to learn and become a programmer in Visual Basics, which is called the VBA. I'm hoping to see you in the next video, and continue coding.